So, the first season of the Book of Boba Fett has now concluded, but was it actually a success or not? Also, we'll be getting into full spoilers here, so here's your spoiler warning. First 4 episodes kept a great focus on our main character Boba Fett, as we had 2 storylines going along either side, with one being in the present and one being in the past. The present day activities involved Boba Fett and Fennec Shand feeling their feet in their new role, taking over from Jabba the Hutt. Whereas in the flashbacks, we finally get to see how Boba Fett escaped from the Sarlacc pit, as well as how we got involved with the Tusken Raider tribe. Episode 2 was definitely a standout because it did a great job of highlighting the bond that Boba Fett built with the Tuskens.
Like a bantha.
While Boba is meeting with the Pikes, he comes back to find the tribe has been killed. And this definitely left me conflicted because I understand what they're going for in terms of the impact for the character, but at the same time, that build up and that friendship and that bond from that episode 2 was so good that I was really hoping that they would actually build up from that in this main show and actually maybe bring the Tuskens into the present day. But unfortunately that was not to be. Episodes 3 and 4 were definitely the weakest portion of the show for me. We did however get introduced to some new characters including Black Chrysanthemum as well as the twins and also the new Rancor. And of course not forgetting Danny Trejo. I have to mention the Mod Gang as well. I was not a fan of them at all throughout the whole series. That the chase was laughably slow. I don't know what that was all about. I thought my eyes were messing up, it was so slow, but it was weird, but the whole design is too colourful and too much of a Spy Kid sort of thing. I think Rodriguez went way too much into that back catalogue in his own brain there. But it's episode 5 where we have a big twist into the show. At the end of episode 4 we have a little tease of the Mandalorian theme, so we expect Mando to return, and he does return with the Darksaber and he kicks some ass. And in my mind while watching this episode I thought, okay, we'll have some Mando here and then we'll have some Boba there, and then split in between the two, but it was a whole episode of The Mandalorian, basically. And I gotta say, it was absolutely fantastic. I bloody loved the episode. It also had some very satisfying moments for those who enjoy it when they start tying in all different parts of the Star Wars universe. So we had different prequel references, but we also had some references from Jedi Fallen Order, for example, with BD-1. Does that mean Cal Kestis will come into live action? Well, I don't know, but I hope so. So yeah, that was a great episode, but of course Boba Fett was nowhere to be seen in his own show, and that caused a lot of conversation online, like why is it actually called The Book of Boba Fett if he's not actually going to be in a whole episode. And of course there have been TV shows in the past where the main character is not always in every single episode, but as the show is called The Book of Boba Fett, I was hoping for some more, especially in the present day, about this character, because it was great to have those flashback scenes and filling in those blanks, but I would love to have seen a bit more of Boba Fett because he's a much loved character and he's actually got the spotlight here of his own show. But instead we did get Mandalorian season 2.5 and we've already had 2 seasons of the Mandalorian, which are great, and I love these episodes, especially episode 6, which I'll get onto in a minute. But I would have loved a bit more time with Boba Fett and to see some more story there, but maybe they didn't know what to do with him. But anyway, moving on to episode 6, we get to reunite with Grogu, and we get to see Luke Skywalker again, a much better looking Luke Skywalker, I must add. And it was an absolutely fantastic experience, like seeing Luke interact with Ahsoka, seeing Luke train Grogu, like all these things you have in your brain, and seeing it full flesh on your screen is just such a satisfying watch. The episode also included a great western shootout between Cobb Vanth and Cad Bane. This was the first time Cad Bane has appeared in live action. Of course, fans of the Clone Wars will know him very well, but I thought he made a dramatic first impression here. The episode concluded with Luke giving Grogu a tough decision of whether to stay with him or to go off with Mando, and of course, with season 3 on the horizon, I think a lot of us knew what one he was going to go for. So for the finale, it all came to a blow between Boba and his gang versus the Pike Syndicate. And I thought it was an enjoyable enough finale, like seeing our characters come up against those Scorpionic droids was pretty intense. Seeing Boba ride the Rancor was a highlight as well. However, I think one of the issues here might have been with the director, Robert Rodriguez. Like, he hasn't really shown that he can do action that great within the episodes he's done. Like, if you look at Bryce Dallas Howard, the 3 episodes she's done over the Mando and Book of Boba Fett series, I think they're way better compared. Like, she really gets that cinematic look on show, whereas like it just feels a little bit too like TV. And whereas this is TV, I know, but these episodes really are so amazingly done. It does feel like you are watching part of a film. Another point I want to add is that the Pike Syndicate were not that great as an enemy. They were quite weak, I thought. I was thinking they might have been controlled by a bigger bad, but that was never to be. But yeah, they didn't really make that much of an impact, unfortunately. The show concludes with Mando and Grogu setting out on their new adventure ready for season 3. And I think overall as a show, the Book of Boba Fett, I enjoyed what they did in terms of introducing new characters, getting that whole area of Tatooine sorted out with Boba now being the Daimo, he's in control. But I was let down with what they actually did overall with Boba Fett. And I'm not sure if they are going to do a season 2 or not from this, because for me this show is now relevant because of those 2 Mandalorian episodes. Before those 2 came about, I wouldn't be surprised if people would have skipped this. And I think it was quite a sly move from them to actually put these episodes in there, make Mando such a big part of it. So you have to watch it if you are a newcomer to Disney Plus. You're going to have to watch more content. At the end of the day, Disney Plus want you to watch as much content as possible. So this was a great move from their end. But I did have some good Star Wars fun over the weeks watching this show, so I would say it was worth my time. And I am now looking forward to Mandalorian Season 3. Of course, we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi series coming up very soon as well, so I really am looking forward to that. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe as well, and I'll see you in the next one.